welcome to Vanguard fight number 3. Last week when I recorded Vanguard fight number 2, someone suggested that I just do one Vanguard fight each weekend, so either on Saturday or Sunday. That seemed like a good idea to me. I like that idea. Unfortunately, yesterday when I wanted to record it, something annoying happened, so I skipped yesterday. So I'm doing it on a Monday. I've been looking forward to this one because this one's using my favorite deck. I recorded this about 3 weeks ago. Well, I had the card fight anyway. And since then, it has actually improved slightly due to a new card that's been revealed, which is Dimensional Robo Kaiser Greater. Yes, I'm playing Dimensional Robos. It is my new favorite deck, and it is great and amazing. It'll get you to really high power, 4 critical, and just, it's amazing. And due to the fact you can get to 4 critical if you get the combo right, which I very often do, you can keep the opponent at 3 damage, so that even if they get a heal trigger, one heal trigger, they'll still lose. And they'll never be able to limit break, because almost no one has those cards that put a card in damage zone and then take it back in end phase. Almost no one has those. If you keep them at 3 damage, they can't limit break, they can't break ride. That costs them a lot of what they normally are able to do. So let's go with the replay. Goeagle Obliteration. I'm going with 1.5 on this one. I think that'll be alright. And notice that I did the screen right this time. Once again, sorry for the black bars at the side. I just can't do that because if I increase the height, the width automatically is increased as well. But at least you can see the entirety of the top of the cards over here now. So I'm playing against a Great Nature deck, and the opponent doesn't have a grade 3 in the starting hand, which I suppose is unfortunate for them. I immediately start with the 2 grade 3s that I want. Daikaiser, Goeagle. That's the 2 that I want. My Break Ride, Daikaiser. I have Original Saver 0 in there as well in case I don't get Daikaiser, but Daikaiser is the most important. Daikaiser and Goeagle, that's what I want. And then preferably, all other grade 3s stay in the deck until I attack with Goeagle, which will be my 4th turn. Yeah. So, my turn. The setup isn't really that difficult. I want Daikaiser as my first grade 3, then break right into Goeagle. That's the whole idea. And never have the opponent go over 3 damage. That's what I want. And then, would I not have Daikaiser or Goeagle in my hand, then I'm able to use cards like Operator Girl, Mika. I have a couple of cards that allow me to draw cards. And then I have Soldier of Destiny Die as my starting Vanguard, which allows me to, when counterblasting one and putting it into Soul, I can look at the top 5 cards of my deck, and then if there's grade 3 among them, add them to my hand. So quite often that's Goeagle or Daikaiser. I actually run 11 grade 3s in this deck. Normally my setup is 17, 14, 11, 8. For this deck, it's 17, 12, 10, 11, I think. Pretty sure that's my setup for this one. And that's because of Daikaiser's Break Ride skill. In addition to giving plus 10,000 power and critical plus 1, during that turn, when the grade 3 that rides onto, that Break Rides Daikaiser, if you drive check a grade 3, you can retire one of the opponent's guards, which is great. And if it's a perfect guard, the effect of the doesn't, like, this unit is unaffected by anything, doesn't get hit, that is also nullified. So you can nullify a perfect guard. Here I draw into Goeagle and I drive check into Daikaiser. That's not good, as that leaves only 7 grade 3s left in the deck. I really want as many grade 3s staying in the deck. This is quite the offensive one, because with more grade 3s, there's less guarding. But then again, seeing as I want to have the opponent to stay at 3 damage, I will very often attack their rear guard, which lowers their offensive force, which means I won't need to guard as much. So in that sense, it's not very, it doesn't increase the danger by that much. The opponent is playing a Great Nature, and with the combination of like Compass Line, Binocular Tiger, and Ruler Chameleon, the opponent will be able to draw a good amount of cards during the following turn. Now, what I do here, I do believe I let this attack go through, yeah. Like, the opponent is not going to be able to get a double crit anyway, so that's good. What you really want to do is get to your fourth damage. That's important. Like, let the attacks go. Unless there's like the big risk of like a double crit or whatever, then don't, but let them go. I once was playing my friend and I could have let the fourth damage go, which would have let me win, but then once my opponent realized that I also wanted to do something special for my break ride and do something amazing, the opponent never hit me for my fourth damage until they had a great field and just obliterated me. So, get your fourth damage in, and from then on start guarding. And then you can always let one more go, because with 5 damage you'll still survive. My turn, the penultimate turn, well, my penultimate turn anyway. I ride Daikaiser, next turn Goeagle is going to come into play and obliterate this place. I could use Die here, but the thing is, by using Die, I may lose. Either I get nothing, or I lose a grade 3 in my deck. And seeing as I already have Daikaiser and Goeagle, which are the two grade 3s that I really want to have, by having those two, I'm not going to use Die because using Die may lose me a grade 3 in my deck, which I would have been able to possibly drive check for Daikaiser's break ride skill, and then retire an opponent's rear guard. So that is why I'm not using it. I'm just keeping it as a booster. Not that I was going to replace it with Go Rescue because it's a 10,000 shield. I like the artwork on Go Rescue, by the way. I like it. And here the idea is I can damage him once because he got a heal trigger, I believe, at one point. No, he never got more than 2 damage. So I'm attacking with my rear guard. The opponent guards. I'm not attacking the Vanguard with my... Oh, I am. Yeah, I am. But would I get a crit trigger, then that will go to my rear guard because I don't want to get the opponent to 4 damage. The opponent doesn't actually have a grade 3 here. I don't know this at this point. But I just don't want to give the opponent even the chance of getting a break ride or a limit break or anything of the sort. Therefore, even if I would have gotten a critical trigger instead of Die Dragon or Kaizard, I would have given everything to Goeagle, so that Goeagle would then be able to attack a rear guard. Here I use Quilt's skill. In a sense, I shouldn't have done that, because I already have all the cards that I want, and it's really only there to get to my Daikaiser and Goeagle. Here I just replace Kaizard with Kaizard, which is good because that's one less card in the deck and therefore higher chance of drive checking a grade 3 when I want to. But using that skill also means that I have a chance of drawing into a grade 3, which is not what I want. Now, with the combo that I have, so Goeagle break riding onto Daikaiser, drive checking a trigger, that's good. But drive checking a grade 3 is a lot better. There's 16 triggers in this deck, but there's 11 grade 3s, with at least 2 of them being in my hand. That leaves 9, in this case 7, because I have 2 more here. So I have 2 more Daikaisers, 2 more Goeagles in the deck, 2 original Saver Zero, and 1 regular Dayusha. And here he's playing a lot of effects on Ruler Chameleon, which means he's going to get another Ruler Chameleon and then like draw 3 cards in a turn. But the opponent doesn't have a grade 3. Does have a grade 2 Vanguard that's 11,000. So that's still something to be sort of afraid of, I guess. But there's no grade 3, so no Twin Drive, so that's good for me. Opponent attacks, I'm like, whatever, I guess. I don't really mind and stuff. I just let it go. I get the power to my Vanguard, draw a card, so I can draw extra. That was in the sense I've been pretty lucky with my damage checks. Drive checks, not too much, but damage checks, definitely. So here I just have to guard everything, which is what I am going to do. I placed Go Rescue for the first time since I got it, so this is 2 to pass, and at that point when I placed it, I actually thought he had a grade 3. But I was like, oh yeah, he has a grade 2. Oh, never mind, I'm going to keep it there because he can never get the 2 to pass. Attacks with Tiger. I just need a 5,000 guard. Poof. Here we go, 1 5,000 guard for you, Die Crane. And it is time. Final turn! And I'm going to show you the amazing power that is this deck and why I like it so much. Because this is definitely going to be a good proof. Look at what the opponent draws. A grade 1, a grade 0, and a grade 0. One of the grade 0s is a draw trigger, so that's two 5,000 guards and a 10,000 guard. And the chameleon is also a 10,000 guard. That's a lot of guard. I can take it. Break Rider! Charging Robo! Goeagle! And this is 21,000 due to the break ride. And if at the it's already a crit +2, not a crit 2. And if its power is 19,000 or greater at the start of the attack step, which it is thanks to the break ride, Goeagle gets another critical. It gets another 2 critical, getting it critical 4. So it's able to inflict 4 damage. Now with this, I use my rear guards to be able to take out their rear guards, their intercepts. If the opponent has grade 3 front row rear guards, then I may not actually take them out, and I'll save the attack for later. But if they have intercepts, my rear guards take out the intercepts first, so that the opponent has less guard to mess with Goeagle. I do believe the opponent realizes the power that Goeagle has, and the power of the break ride skill coming from my buddy Daikaiser over here. So after I use my Goeagle to take out the second binocular tiger, I will be attacking with Goeagle 21,000 on its own. That's without a boost, and then usually it's 27 or 28 depending on the booster I place behind it. It's like 50-50 really if Quilt is behind it or one of the 7,000s. But 27, 28 usually doesn't matter because the opponent's Vanguard will be 10,000 or 11,000. It requires the same amount of guards either way. It's just that the booster adds an extra requirement, I guess, to the guard. Here the opponent is thinking what they want to do. Do I want to use a 10,000 guard to save my tiger, or do I not? Do I want to do it? Do I want to not? They don't, so final attack. Quilt boosts Goeagle, critical +2 to critical 4, and try and guard this. I'm at 20. Oh, I first used Quilt's skill apparently. I don't know why. Makes me drawn to a grade 3 maybe. But in this sense, actually, in this case it was good. Taking the risk of drawing into a grade 3, that's not. But seeing as I don't, and knowing what the next 2 cards on top of my deck are, that was actually good. It's as if I was psychic. Because you'll realize with my drive check what my next 2 cards are. Goeagle attacks. 27,000 against 11,000. This puts him at 21. 31. 36. 41. 1 grade 3 and a trigger, or 2 grade 3s. That is what I need to get past. At least 1 grade 3. The opponent is now at 41 with the power and the guard combined. I need 2 grade 3s or a grade 3 and a trigger. Twin drive. Fast check. Let's do this. Come on. Fast check. Grade 3. So I get rid of one of the 10,000 shields, so that now the opponent is at 31, so I only need a grade 3 or a trigger. There's a good amount of triggers left, 6 grade 3s, I can do this. Second check. Second check. Second check. What's the magic word? Drive check number 2. Exo. Grade 3, I get my Daikaiser Goeagle. The goat is out. Attack goes through. 4 critical to your face. And yeah, unless the opponent gets double heal trigger, that's not gonna really work. Goeagle wins the game. Yes. There's a good chance you want to use a perfect guard against it, but even a perfect guard is not enough. Just save you. Sometimes. Because if I just drive chicken to any grade 3 and I have extra grade 3s in my deck, just increase the chances. If I drive chicken to any grade 3, the perfect guard is done for. So yeah. Goeagle is pretty awesome. And now we have Dimensional Robo Kaiser Greater, which if this guy is your Vanguard, and Kaiser Greater, which is by the way grade 1 at 7,000 power. If Kaiser is your Vanguard, and the opponent has a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, which means for this combo to work you have to go second, sort of. Usually you'll do this when you go second. When you have Kaiser as Vanguard and Kaiser Greater as rearguard, you can, I believe, put Kaiser Greater into Sol, or you counterblast something and you drop it. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, you're able to superior ride Daikaiser from the deck onto Kaisard, which saves you a turn having to go into Goeagle, so the opponent has less turns to drive check into good stuff and get shields ready. Daikaiser immediately gets 5,000 plus power due to the skill of Kaisard, which gives it plus 5,000 when anything rides on it. It's like a small brake ride kind of thing. So that definitely has improved the deck slightly. I like it. So yeah, Daikaiser, Goeagle, this combination is gonna serve me well. That was the Vanguard fight for today. We shall fight again next week.